Unless you have been living under a rock, you know that in 2 days, on December 17th, the release of one of, if not the most anticipated film of 2021 arrives in theaters, and that is Spider-Man No Way Home. This movie has got a lot going on, and unless you're a super Spider-Man Marvel fan like myself, this movie can be a little bit intimidating for those of you that haven't exactly done the most extensive research on it. If you already know everything about this movie that's about to come out, then you're good to go. But if maybe you're playing the role of supportive friend or supportive family member or significant other, and you really don't want to do all the extensive research on Spider-Man like some of us did, then this video might be for you. This is Mark from Inside the Magic California, giving you the quickest summary that I possibly can on what to know before watching Spider-Man No Way Home, starring Tom Holland, in theaters December 17th, 2021. Starting off, this movie is going to take place immediately after the end of the previous Spider-Man film, Spider-Man Far From Home. After his epic battle with Quentin Beck, aka Mysterio, Peter returns to New York City from Europe with his new girlfriend MJ, played by Zendaya. Peter thinks that he has heard the last from Mysterio, but it turns out Quentin Beck has one more trick up his sleeve. Not only has Mysterio framed his own death on Spider-Man, but he has also revealed Spider-Man's secret identity as Peter Parker. So again, the events of No Way Home start immediately after the entire world finds out that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Peter, not really being able to handle how the world is viewing him as Spider-Man, turns to the Sorcerer Supreme himself, Dr. Stephen Strange, played by Benedict Cumberbatch. Doctor Strange is the master of the mystic arts and has been a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe since his own film debut in 2016. So it looks like Peter is going to ask Doctor Strange to cast a spell in which the world will forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Doctor Strange is going to agree to cast it, but then Peter ends up messing with the spell and also tampering with something that the MCU has been teasing about since the beginning of Phase 4, the Multiverse. Okay, so the MCU's Multiverse has got a bunch of different parallel worlds, along with many different realms of existence, which is exactly why this particular spell is able to bring in characters that exist from other Spider-Man film franchises. Now, there has been a lot of speculation about who exactly is going to be in this film, but based off of the trailers, based off of the TV spots, we're just gonna focus on the ones that have officially been confirmed. Also, I'm gonna make it easy for you guys and go in chronological order from when the movies were made. The first character is Norman Osborn, aka the Green Goblin, played by Willem Dafoe, from 2002's Spider-Man, starring Tobey Maguire. Norman is a scientist and the CEO of Oscorp. He ends up testing this unstable strength enhancer on himself, and then it creates this crazy alternate personality. He then becomes this costumed villain where he weaponizes gliders and uses pumpkin-shaped bombs. And the media ends up calling him the Green Goblin. Dr. Otto Octavius, aka Dr. Octopus, aka Doc Ock, is from the 2004 Spider-Man 2, starring, again, Tobey Maguire. Doc Ock is played by Alfred Molina. Dr. Otto Octavius is transformed into Dr. Octopus, a scientist with deadly metal tentacles. This happens when a failed nuclear fusion experiment goes totally wrong and ends up killing his wife. Doc Ock blames Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man for the accident and then seeks out revenge. The third Tobey Maguire Spider-Man character that we see in this film is Flint Marko, aka the Sandman, played by Thomas Hayden Church. This character appears in Spider-Man 3, made in 2007, starring Tobey Maguire. Sandman is a small-time thug who really just wants to steal money so that way he can pay for the treatments to cure his daughter. Flint transforms into the Sandman after a freak accident and incurs Peter's wrath when Peter learns that the Sandman is actually the true killer of his Uncle Ben. Okay, so the next two characters are from the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man franchise, The Amazing Spider-Man made in 2012 and The Amazing Spider-Man 2 in 2014. The Lizard, also known as Dr. Curtis Connors, is the first Andrew Spider-Man villain. Dr. Curtis Connors is a brilliant scientist who works at Oscorp, and he tries to create a regeneration serum to regrow limbs and human tissue. Something goes wrong when he takes the serum, and he ends up turning into a giant reptile lizard monster. And finally, from The Amazing Spider-Man 2, we have Max Dillon, aka Electro, aka Jamie Foxx. Dillon is a brilliant electrical engineer who also works at Oscorp, who ends up in a freak accident that makes him into a super-powered, supercharged electrical being known as Electro. Is anyone else noticing that if you don't want anything bad to happen to you, don't be a scientist that works at Oscorp? The actor Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man defeats Electro, he ends up losing the love of his life, Gwen Stacy, who's played by Emma Stone. This happens when Peter is unable to save Gwen from falling a great distance while battling the Green Goblin. So there you go. Those are all of the characters that we were able to find in the trailer from other film franchises. Poor Tom Holland Spider-Man. He's gonna have to deal with all of those villains on his own, huh? Or so we think. Yes, we know. There is so much speculation about Tom Holland Spider-Man teaming up with Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man to take on all of those villains. As we know, Sony and Disney and Marvel have been putting all of their efforts into avoiding confirming if this is true or not. I guess they just really want you to be surprised when you see it for yourself on December 17th, 2021. It's actually an amazing Inside the Magic article that goes way more in depth about what to watch before you see Spider-Man No Way Home. So be sure to check that out if you want to get a way more in-depth analysis. I will leave that link in the description below. Okay, that is a hefty amount of information to know before watching this movie. I really hope this video kind of helped you understand a little bit more about what this movie is all about. Guys, I can't wait for this movie. It's gonna be insane. Please let me know what you guys are most excited about for Spider-Man No Way Home in the comment section below. Be sure to like and subscribe for any and all things Inside the Magic. I'm Mark from Inside the Magic, California. See you later, guys.